You know what? I don't think a lot of people that run businesses or founders of companies actually had to push their car out of an intersection. So I was coming up the mountain today and got stuck. It's really nice in Colorado right now, but still snow on the trails. And I was an idiot and came up by myself, but came around this corner and started sliding off the trail. So I had to get out, dig it out a little bit, the crushing boards, and got me thinking about my less kind of fortunate times of having a car and not being able to kind of really do anything. I had to push it out of the intersection. This was in high school. I had a car that I had to push not only out of intersections, just off the road all the time. And a car that I really didn't maintain, didn't invest a whole lot of money into. And the first time was a half shaft front wheel drive car. I had dropped the clutch and did the teenage boy thing, but yeah, had to push it out of there. And in high school or in college rather, I drove it up to college on my own, and the clutch went out one time in traffic. So I was in Hoboken, New Jersey, in traffic, and had to deal with that, and had to remember that you can start it in gear. So I started in first gear, rev it up just the right RPM, second, third, and so forth, right? And this car that I'd never really put a lot of money into, all of a sudden, I felt like it was going to cost me more money than I could afford. So rather than taking it to a shop and getting the clutch repaired, I drove it for 3 months without a clutch in traffic every day, and started it in first, got it in the second, in start and stop, or start and stop traffic. Had to shut it off every time, and turns out that it was a clutch cable, not the clutch. And if I would have just taken it in and or done some maintenance before, I would have known that it was fraying and gotten it addressed. But $60 part, so all good, right? Fixed it, got back on the road, and a week later, the starter goes out, and again, instead of going in, getting it addressed, having someone look at it, I drove it and parked in flat areas or on a hill so that I could push it and jump in and start it for another month and a half until the end of the semester. Got it home, brought it in, and had the starter addressed and had some money to put into investing in maintenance. And the not much later, maybe a year or so later, the gear went out, the first gear of the transmission went out, and at that point the car was done. I had not put any money into it, and all kinds of other things were wrong, and had to buy a not a new car, but a new car for me, and had to invest a bunch of money in that process. And this gets me back to the the opening where I think a lot of businesses last year didn't really invest in their products, their websites. Part of that was because we didn't know what to do. AI has been here, business turmoil, and not really sure what to invest in. But I think we also saw a lot of people laying off workforces because of that. Not a lot to do, and I can't imagine that they were able to maintain their websites and infrastructure and products with the level of layoffs that I saw in our industry. And I think this quarter, so we're in February, we're going to see a big change where we've got AI that, for a user's perspective, is now able to use it in a different way where they're able to buy things, invest in, or in kind of look things up, and the types of traffic is going to explode. And specifically, you have it was called Claudebot and then Moltbot, then now I think it's OpenClaw. I've been using this and testing it, and it's amazing. If you're not familiar with it, it essentially allows you to have a desktop computer, uh, iMac, whatever you want to do, Mac Mini, and have full control over it. So the AI has full control with different libraries or different LLMs, and it can do anything that you could do on your computer. So, and it's doing it 24/7. So I'm out here camping, and mine's busy building some maintenance things for um, our companies, doing some research. I laid it out with a bunch of tasks. So it's hitting websites, it's hitting all these things at random hours now. And as you can imagine, if these start to get into SaaS and people actually don't have to do it themselves, it's going to explode very quickly. And your sites are going to have tons and tons of traffic, not just the bot traffic, but bots that people are powering to do their research. Just want to throw that out there that if you haven't done the maintenance, if you're still starting your car in first year and or push starting it, or in this case your website, I think you need to start investing, and not just with us, but like bring the team back, bring the real people back, and start to think about what the site's supposed to do. I'm gonna hang out for the rest of the night and enjoy the stars. I think it's getting a little cloudy. It's getting actually super cold. I thought it was gonna be really nice, but I might be turning the heater on in my tent and enjoying the stars again, hopefully before the clouds roll in, and get back to work tomorrow. I'll probably post this in a couple of days though.